up, pause on that. You still broke, you ain't back. No strings attached, that's a rack, that's a rack. No strings attached, that's a rack, that's a rack. No strings.
Hey, yo. Goodness gracious. We here, man. No strings attached. It's a Wednesday night. I'm just happy to be here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm just happy. Mama, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. Let's get it tonight, man. Tonight we're gonna have a good conversation. Have a good time tonight. A lot to get to. I gotta slow down because I've been ripping and running. It's a lot. I gotta slow down. But tonight we want to talk about in a relationship, man. What is you really bringing to the table? And what are you expecting somebody to bring to the table? Are there any expectations? Let's get into it, man. We got Sister Mo, aka Moneybag Mo. What's good, Mo?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back on a Wednesday night. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get to it.
Big Lionel, what's good?
What's good, family? It's great to be back, catching and passing the vibes on this beautiful Wednesday. I hope y'all are well. Let's get it.
Let's go. And of course, we got Naomi up in here, aka Nays Touch. What's good?
What's up? What's up? Happy No Strings Day. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day and unwinding and talking shit with us.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get into it. Before we get to anything, hold on. There we go. I knew I saw somebody. Free baby, what's good?
What's up, y'all?
We already running late now. You coming in here with your energy seem like you're dragging and sagging. What's going on? We good?
I'm like, is that smoke? Oh my God.
Oh, it's not weed smoke.
Look, and that's what Mo said the last time I asked her that. What the hell y'all smoking on them hookah sticks?
Let's get it. All right, let's get it. What's up, everybody? Y'all jump in the chat, man. Let's get it tonight. Let's talk. How long has it been since Megan Good announced that her and her husband were getting a divorce? Before we go anywhere,
I think like 2 weeks.
It has to be in about 2 weeks.
Nothing.
Right.
Hold on, it's got to be
maybe 3, because I don't know how fast time be passing for real. But I feel like it was 2 weeks in my head, and then Bree said 2. I feel like it gotta be 2, but I'll give it 3 maybe.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, I say.
Okay, Megan, let me find. Hold on.
Yeah, but not that long.
Megan is out here already telling y'all that she back to the streets. Yeah, I'm saying it. She back to the streets. God damn it. What was it? Her IG post? What was it? Did you see it?
Yeah, it was on Instagram.
Yeah, let me pull this up. Hold on.
Y'all got all nice backgrounds.
I'm like, mine is very okay.
You know, mine the usual. It's time to switch up the decor, I feel like. It's 2022. I should do it.
Do
Can't find this guy. I thought I had it queued up, and I don't. But anyway, okay, I know they got it on the shade room ready. I get that up.
The shade room has so many goddamn posts.
I know. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, you
10 things an hour. It's just ridiculous.
So she was at, I think, the football game, right? The Rams game. Rams game. Yeah, she was at the game, and she
was ready to start some controversy with that.
The back of the jersey say Miss Good if you nasty. Hold on, man. You would just not listen. Grown people do what they do. We actually had a show. I have to do that show again. We had a show we talked about, do you change in a relationship, right? Because we all know she was married to a pastor.
Yep.
And now it just seems weird that you was married to a pastor for almost 10 years. 2 weeks.
10 years?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a minute.
And y'all break up now, and now all of a sudden you out here talking about Miss Good if you're nasty. Do you, Megan? I love it. Get in these streets.
I don't know if y'all seen, but it wasn't on the Shade Room. I think it was on Spiritual World, but she had like reposted a tweet, and the tweet was like that she thought basically just about her following like Christianity and how she likes being a Christian, but she didn't like the deception and like the greed, the money that came into it. So I feel like that was kind of a slug at her eggs.
I missed that.
Yeah. So I actually just seen that probably like 20 minutes ago before I got on. I should have sent it. But yeah, so she posted that. So I feel like it's definitely some skeletons that they got in the closet pertaining to that post and her with this customized jersey and like it's something going on.
No, and it's literally giving the same vibes with Kim and Kanye, like how I'm just like we're seeing the breakup in public. So it's like they're both acting out and just like you don't have to do all this. Like just give yourself some time. You're getting divorced, you're in the middle of it. You don't have to.
She gotta let the brothers know
that she back on the crowd.
I'm like, the nigga's gonna be trying regardless. Okay, it doesn't matter if she wasn't.
Well, she confirmed it though. She's basically listen. I'm gonna say some wild shit because I'm tired already. I'm tired. My head hurts. I'm trying to drink. Lord help me. But I'm gonna say this. Basically, with that jersey, in my opinion, she was soliciting dick pics. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, y'all finish up.
Oh my gosh.
She's soliciting.
No, but
yeah, she's soliciting.
Y'all want to know something crazy? So I don't know if y'all know him. His name is Ty Hodges. That's my cousin, and he used to date her back in the day.
Let's go. Talk that talk.
That's crazy, bro.
He's an actor. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all probably y'all looked him up.
No, it definitely sounds familiar. What he playing?
Yeah.
Like,
it was like a lot of Disney stuff, but he was like on Even Stevens, the black dude that was on there, and then he was in the old movie Don't Look Under the Bed.
Oh,
he was
wow.
in some other shit.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he used to date her back in the day.
Wow.
Was he dating her when she still had the gap? When she still had the gap in her teeth? That's when she was fine.
Not her gap was closed and everything. She was looking real good.
She had a little age on. Okay, I like her with the gap in the teeth when she was young. Anyway. Megan Good is out here officially for the streets right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make no mistake about it. Miss Good, if you're nasty, you dig? So if y'all trying to get it popping, shoot your shots, get it in. What y'all think, man? So if you
I like it's fashion.
Huh?
I like it. I feel like it's fashion.
Oh, it's fashion. Don't get it fucked up. It's fashion.
Like it's energy definitely turns fashion, and it's also sparking conversation.
Oh yeah, she was like, let me throw something out there real quick.
Right.
No, it's if you
I mean, because she could have done that, like gone courtside, like, okay, I'm finna get them sexy. They talking about me, like really just want something super like sexual and like obnoxious, but like this still gives that without giving that.
But that's why I say though, it feels like there was. I mean, I think anytime you date somebody like a pastor or something like that, there's got to be some type of a slight demeanor change in public. Like, I don't think that she would have wore this when she was with her pastor still. You know, maybe. I don't know.
She got a big MS on there. She ain't no, she a Mrs. Not no Miss. she like, putting it out there.
Don't get it fucked up. You see what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. I'm sorry, my bad. Miss Good, if you're nasty. So there you go. Make it good. Is out here being amongst the people in the streets. So I'm not mad at her at all, man. She at the game, having a good time. There's a lot of celebrities at the game. She was trying to let everybody know we here officially. All right, let me do this. I want to play this. I thought I wanted to play it. Hold on, let me make sure I got it. I got too much stuff up right now, man. This is a good time for while I'm looking for this to tell y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you have not hit it already. Hit the thumbs up button, man. Go ahead and also hit the bell icon to get notified when we go live, man. You can hit us up in the podcast section of iTunes. We are over there as well. Yeah, man, we're going to keep blowing up and glowing up for this 2022, man. We're going to try to keep going. Everything's been moving steady, man. Steady increase in viewership, increase in everything, man, from 2021, even though it was a tough year. So we do appreciate all of y'all who's been rocking with us for a minute. And the newcomers, man, if you enjoy it, share the show. That's what we always say, man. Don't keep it as a little secret of yours, your little hidden gem that you just want to go have fun with by yourself. Let other people know about it, man. We do appreciate it. You did. Are y'all aware or have y'all seen these perverted chiropractors? What a segue.
No, I haven't. Enlighten me for real.
So if y'all are on YouTube, it's on IG as well. It'll be like random posts of like, it'll always be like a random chiropractor doing all these back cracks to like a bunch of women in like spandex or like little short shorts, and they always got them in these wild ass positions, cracking their back and all this stuff. It's just overly sexual. He's trying to get your back cracked, right? Like, goddamn. I saw one recently, and I said, okay, these niggas are taking it to a new level because they just wasn't cracking the back. Hold on, let me pull this up for y'all. He said, this ain't cracking the back. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
he cracking the.
Oh.
He cracking the coochie bone. Oh. There you go. Hold on. That's the regular neck.
Ooh. Ooh.
There you go.
Oh.
That coochie bone crack.
Was that supposed to like unlock something?
Shit. Oh. What the? Oh. Oh.
So listen, if you out here, man, you need to. I just thought they did backs, maybe a neck. I didn't know they was out here popping the coochie bone as well. That was some new shit for me. I don't know.
That's probably a good bone to be cracked. Like I have a baby and shit.
I want to go to a chiropractor, but I'm like very skeptical and a little bit scared.
I don't like my bones props, so I don't know.
Ew,
I'm like, even just hearing that cracking sound, I'm like,
that shit sound like it feel good as fuck. I'd be like, damn.
That's because Mo, she be like,
I be popping my fingers, y'all know. I used to be able to crack my neck and shit, but I can't do it no more. I need somebody just one time.
Oh,
look, I watch Vampire Diaries. That's how they be killing motherfuckers. They just.
I'm weak. Y'all be the type to tense up and end up getting fucked up in this chair. You know what I'm saying? You gotta relax.
Right. I'm with Stanley. I don't know what bone is that. Oh, you right, because I'm saying coochie.
oh Lord.
Nigga, you know where that fucking bone is. The pubis bone is what it's called.
Give me a little bone, like wings. I want some boneless coochie wings. Is what I want. I want the coochie wings that come with the pop in it. Let me get the other ones. Lord. So would y'all do? So Mo would do it. Would you do this, Bree? Get your coochie bone pop?
Maybe not the coochie, but I'll get my other bones popped.
That's real funny. Bree said, is it supposed to unlock something? Hilarious.
Right. Am I gonna be able to pick my leg up in a way I wasn't able to before?
Right, like am I gonna be able to do something I never
my
did?
leg on my head.
Can I do the splits now?
Right.
Right, you might be able to split after that. I feel like that's releasing some tension or something.
For real.
What if you do that? What if you do say, hey, I think I know how to do it. Let me do it.
Oh no.
I'm actually kind of intrigued now. I think I would get.
Oh, here we go. I didn't help this man out. He got some business. I just like the sound. I'm like, is he pumping in a sound? Because this can't be the real sound.
The fact that he walks away.
I don't know.
Oh. Oh.
They all make the same noise too and go like this.
But every time you like pop any type of like bone, or like I don't even know if it's really popping the bone, but anytime it's like you do that, it releases certain endorphins that like feel good too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people get their neck pop and they be like making kind of moaning noises. I'm like, okay.
Like they busting nuts and shit.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I think people get scared because of the sound, but once they realize that shit was loosened up, you know what I'm saying? That's when they're like, oh.
Is that what it do, Mo? It loosen up the coochie.
I don't know. We got to research it. Look it up because I don't know. It's got to do something if it's popping like that. I mean, I've never popped that type of.
It's like it looks so simple to just like.
Yeah.
Okay, can this be done to males? That's the question.
Hold on now.
But you know, men and women, we have different like pelvis structures.
Yeah.
Because ours are made for bearing kids, and theirs are not.
That's a good point. And they popping that coochie bone. These niggas here. Listen.
What if that's something that's not supposed to be like corrected until like you give birth or something, and he's just like opening it up?
Hey, you know what? That might be some real talk.
I don't know.
But I feel like you have to be a doctor to be a chiropractor, so they're like a
That
lot
is
more.
a type of doctor.
Yeah, they're a lot more educated than.
Lionel, like, don't just let niggas start trying to grab your legs. Just
For real.
niggas just start doing it real fast.
The way they know the body is just different.
I saw that. I was like, damn, niggas. I'm like, they took it to the next level. Because the women ain't even ready for it. I guess maybe if he
No, but it is so funny how they're all making the same sounds and like reacting the same way.
I think it's just catching them so off guard. You know, one more time. Let me pull it back up. It's just catching them so off guard. This poor young lady here was just distraught after she was like, you didn't tell me.
Like
Oh, I can't hear shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh. 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 Oh.
That pop was kind of violent sounding. I ain't gonna lie to
No, and I'm like the way the doctor does like a fadeaway. This nigga walks away.
Just walk away.
He's like,
You like drop the mic.
no,
Like-
literally.
Drop
Nigga just throws
that pelvis.
That's taking me back to Tyrese when he was shaving his lady's vagina area.
Oh my gosh.
Lionel was not fucking with that shit, boy.
Tyrese was down there. He was down there with.
It's not the act of shaving her, like it's the act of like posting that is so.
No, you made it clear.
Like that's.
We remember.
Since we're talking about it,
And he was so attentive when he was doing. He was looking directly into the coochie. He was just like, and he was like talking to her in like a weird voice. You know, he was like that like deep voice. He was, yeah, you know, it's looking real good. I was like, nigga, relax, bro. Like
He's just a weird individual.
whatever he into, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes like for women to step on them with high heels. So who am I to judge? You did?
Right.
Me, dog. It ain't for me to.
it's like
judge.
that's hot, but it also sounds painful.
Shaving isn't painful. Oh no, getting stepped on. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, that doesn't even sound fun. Well, not for the guy.
Hold on, you would be down just to go and step on him over?
I'm like, I love me some high heels as long as he buy them.
Hold on, he gotta buy his own.
Yeah. I'm like, a nigga wants that shit done to him. He's definitely a motherfucking pay pig. Okay.
He's probably 100%.
Like it's got to be this shoe.
No, literally. I've been having my eye on these pair of heels.
Yeah.
These bitches.
It feeds into the fantasy.
Yeah, he probably with all that, man. All right. What's up? What's up, Jasmine? I see you in here. What up, Stan? What up, Mike? I see Mike in here, Jazz in here, Stan in here. Who else in here? My bad. I missed a couple of y'all. I apologize, man. I was mesmerized by the coochie bone popping. I apologize. But what is y'all bringing to the table, man? That's the theme for the show tonight. That's the topic for tonight. Anything else y'all got? We happen to get into. Oh, can we talk about IHOP? Hold on.
Yeah.
Before I forget, where's the post for IHOP? Y'all, what did IHOP do? Y'all put me on late. I started late.
Well, I feel like it's more of what the internet has been doing, or I guess what Gunna kind of started with this whole trend of saying pushing P. And like, and now like for the white people to get a hold of it and like to be a company like IHOP tweeting some shit like this, I was just, because from my understanding of like when I'm just hearing what P is, I'm off top thinking pimping. I'm not thinking about nothing other than that. And I feel like they're trying to switch up.
They are.
Like that. And then for IHOP to take it because people have switched it up and saying like.
I feel like that's because it's a new Gunna song. I don't know if y'all heard the song.
I did hear the song too.
So they talk about pushing pounds, basically. That's what the song is about. But that's what when I heard it, I'm like, every time I heard P, like, I know that's what new age, pimps call themselves, P's.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. People, hop on the train. They think that shit cool. And IHOP is just, strategizing and relating to their customers, I guess.
Trying to appeal to you Negroes.
Commercial places got Black Twitter like on their back, or Black Twitter got these places on their back, so they just like keep their noses in Black Twitter and just try to say relevant.
No, and for real, but like for IHOP to even be just saying some shit like that, like to not even know the roots, like nigga.
We need to know who was behind that tweet.
Right.
No, for real, and it's
They
crazy.
they might got a couple ratchet folks running their Twitter account. You never know.
You know, IHOP is anything for the cloud. They flip that P into a B. And
And I had seen somebody say that in the comments too. They was like, "You was just selling B. We ain't forget burgers."
Yeah, they do it though. Shout out to IHOP. It does say something though about how people, you know, they'll just anything that they think is a saying, you know what I mean? But typically, you know, my rule of thumb was always once white folks got a hold, once like mainstream white people got a hold of a saying, it was probably done. Now it's probably time to let that go.
No, and it went so fast, so hard. And I think it just goes to like people just buying into shit without even knowing like what the fuck you're even talking about. Cause nigga, I'm definitely avoiding any nigga who will call himself a Pete, like, and saying that he pushing Pete. Cause I'm definitely on top thinking like, okay, this nigga a pimp. Like, I'm not trying to be no hoe. Like, so I don't
get with some pimping. Listen, first of all, I'm not gonna allow this slander of the pimping on here. We do a lot of pimping.
No, and I mean, pimping is fine for some hoes. Pimping is fine for some hoes, but me myself, I'm not gonna get caught up with them fucking pimp and like. But I feel like people aren't saying it like that because Gunna did change the meaning, and I had seen a video of him talking about it too, and of like him explaining it, and like it just sound like some bullshit to me.
You wasn't jacking.
No, and I wish I had sent that video because that nigga was like
Nothing.
No, like literally, like you don't even know what you're saying, nigga. Like you literally just adopted some shit, and like now you're trying to switch it up. Now you got all these other people who weren't privy to the shit in the beginning, thinking that this what it is, and it's not even that. So
I don't think he's very sure of what he's talking about.
No, like and that video showed it. It sounded like he just heard some nigga saying that.
Because then they saw the interview asking him about Chloe Bailey, and they was like, "Oh, he said that wouldn't be very key of her," and I'm like, "Okay, so
like very player, like what did you?"
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really care for this trend personally. The song is cool, you know what I'm saying, but just leave it there. Let it be the song. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't even got to take it this far. IHOP doing too much. I personally don't care for major corporations and businesses to be doing shit like that on social media. Trying to relate, don't try to relate to me. Like I don't know. I don't like that. Like y'all doing too much.
Just sell your pancakes, nigga.
Yeah, just sell your pancakes. Okay, we know what y'all good for. We gonna be in that bitch anyway. So
yeah, no, but I just definitely I don't know. And especially to know how these rappers be playing a hand in the sex trafficking and shit. Like, I don't know. Y'all just allegedly. Jesus. Okay, I mean, whatever. It's just like, you gotta, nigga, be careful what the fuck you subscribing to.
It's like somebody was saying, like, I've never seen a Chinese food restaurant commercial. And so, like, why would these other restaurants be so in your face then? It's weird. But meanwhile, the Chinese restaurants get into it and never seen a commercial.
They just be trying to be in tune with the culture.
Yeah, like it's not their culture.
Twitter account be with the shit. Wendy's Twitter account be with the shit.
No, and that's
I've seen them post some
like
shit.
That,
yeah,
because that's I guess what Twitter is.
Yeah, whoever doing that Wendy's, they be with all the shit. But speaking of y'all talking about songs, what does everybody think about the song from the Baby? What's the song? The
Sneaky that shit is fucking terrible.
They don't know.
I don't even remember how the song go. All I know is I clicked on it and I heard the shit and I was like thinking it was gonna switch up. No, like that's literally the whole fucking song. It is terrible. He's canceled in my books anyway, so I ain't listened to him in a minute. He do too much shit for clout, and I don't fuck with that shit.
Wait, who's canceled?
The baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never listened to the baby.
I think I first I haven't even heard the song, but I did see him pop up on my timeline. But as soon as I see his face or his name, I'm scrolling. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tap into that shit. I'm not giving it no attention. Fuck him, honestly. So
Yeah, he does a little too much. A lot much, actually.
For the baby.
He be doing everything for social media, and that shit is whack. Oh Lord.
I'm like, look at
They don't know
Sneaky Link anthem.
he looked like a badass kid with his hair like that.
Girl, people was on him. They were like, he got these little ass dreads, and he think he's something.
Oh, let him like
Um,
men should be able to lock their hair through their baby stage without getting talked about.
And that's fine, but it's not okay when the baby does it.
Like, I still want him to grow his ether. I don't care.
Sometimes just go get you an R&B nigga to do the hook. Like, you ain't gotta try to sing it yourself, my guy.
the song is just not good.
It's not, but I think it's
We
because
only got 2 seconds. I haven't heard.
That's how the whole song sounds, though.
The whole song.
I kind of want to see where he goes with it.
No, they don't. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, that sounds kind of cool.
Ew.
Nigga there. He's on, I don't know what the fuck he's on. Okay, let's get here, man. We got a lot of time, man, to get to it. I want to have a lot of time for this topic because I don't want nobody to get away. I'm not letting nobody get away on this damn topic tonight.
You can just add it.
I need to get another drink.
Yeah, go get a drink. You get a cigarette. Go do what you got to do. Go get your coochie bone popped. Whatever you got to do to happen tonight. Go get ready. Get relaxed. We talking about this.
Get my coochie bone popped.
Table. How do you say table in Spanish? Anybody know? Quick. Go in French. How do you say table in French? Like,
how do you say what in French?
Table.
Table.
There you go. What do you bring into the that? What are you bringing? God damn it! I need answers. I got questions, and we need to get to it. God damn it! But before we do that, let me play an oldie but a goodie from from the homie. Play an oldie but a goodie from the homie. This is a mess. This is a PSA to you dudes out there that think that you. Shout out to the homie.
Y'all been seeing each other. She likes you. She been going on dates with you, getting to know you. She ain't even asking for much. Got her own car, her own crib, paying her own bills. She's independent, right? So when the fuck are you gonna start tricking? When the allowance gonna start? I'm just curious though. When you gonna start tricking, Bozo?
There we go. Y'all niggas be out here tricking. So don't act like y'all niggas don't be tricking. That's a PSA for the niggas out here that be talking that hot shit. And on the low, y'all out here with some sneaky links, giving a lot of paper out in these streets. I know about 4 or 5 of these niggas. But anyway, that was a PSA. What are y'all bringing to the table, right? Let me play this young lady first. Let me find her video because she set some shit off.
Earlier, this lady explaining.
Is this it? There we go. Let me play this young lady right here from her TikTok, and then we'll get into it, man. But let me play this first. Here we go.
So I saw this TikTok earlier of this lady explaining why women don't like the question, "What do you bring to the table?" And I liked it. So I posted it on my story on Instagram. And this guy comments back and he's basically like, yeah, I mean, what we're attracted to initially is your looks. So you're going to have to prove to us further what you bring to the table. It's a valid question. Not you missing the whole point of the video, sir. If you want to know what I bring to the table, what you're basically asking me is, why should I date you? Which is a rude question within itself, because if you can't figure out for yourself why you would date me, don't date me. So here's my analogy. If I'm throwing a party and I don't want to provide everything at the party, then I'm going to reach out to everybody who's invited and be like, what are you bringing? But if I throw a party and I'm not worried about what people are bringing, I just want people's presence at my party and whatever they bring within themselves, all of their qualities, all of their everything, their essence, their conversation, whatever it is that that person brings that makes me want them at my party, I'm simply going to invite them to the party. And if they bring something, that's great. If they don't, I didn't need them to anyway, because I already have everything I need. So I say all of that to say, only a man who is missing things at his table is going to be worried about what you can bring to it. A man who is not missing things at his table is simply going to date you, get to know you, and figure out your value in his life for himself. Do your due diligence, sir. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
Date me and figure out.
All right, there we go. That's enough for her. That's enough for her.
Now that was a fun video.
Yeah, that's enough for her. I've seen enough of her for today. Okay. So she's equating this whole "what do you bring it to the table" as it's a job interview. Lionel, are you eating soup? What are you eating, man? This nigga's eating chicken broth. Okay, let me
The
talk
spoon
to
just hitting the hello.
to my ladies first. Bree, baby, talk to me. Does she have a point? Is she missing the point? What's good?
Honestly, I feel like I don't think she's missing the point, but I feel like majority of the time it's the women that are like that with men. What are you offering or what can you do for me? Not a lot of women, but there is, some women that's literally what they look for in a man at first. Like, what can he provide for me? What can he do? How can he elevate me? And honestly, I feel like if a man is asking that, I don't really see an issue with that because most women are like that up front with a lot of dudes. And I mean, I guess it just depends. Like, I feel like that's not a terrible question to ask someone. I mean, I get what she means, like, oh, it can be rude, I guess, but at the end of the day, I don't think it was that serious to be like going into depth how she did. I was just like, okay. I saw the video, I was just kind of like, okay, I don't really think she proved the point, but I see where she was coming from.
It was cap. What say you?
I'm just
For me,
I believe your name is.
sorry, it was cutting out because everyone's talking at once. But
Let's go. Let's go. Be careful.
When I did come across the video, I actually had to watch it a couple times because I don't like her explanation. I feel like I understand what she's getting to. The analogy was okay. It didn't really hit on all the points that I think she was trying to hit on, but it helped in a sense.
No, that shit definitely did not help.
Yeah, so I just think that like when it comes to certain things, like I definitely feel like for someone who knows themselves, they know what they got going on, whatever. Like I personally have never asked that question to anyone. I've never been like, so what do you bring to the table? Like, because I feel like anyone who has common sense or anyone who really is able to be observant can really tell from in a very short amount of time what someone may or may not be able to contribute to your life or kind of be side by side with you on. I feel like she's talking in a sense where it's like, okay, we kind of need to be on the same level. Like, and if you're not on that level, then okay, you're gonna find that out. But I mean, asking someone what they bring to the table, people can lie. People can say, yeah, I do this. I mean, I wouldn't even ask the question. What you finna, I'm gonna find out for myself. And if I don't want to find out, then that's on me. And that's why I think where she's trying to kind of get to is like just figure it out. Like, don't ask me a question like that because I mean, you setting yourself up at the end of the day. But it was very confusing for me. I mean, like I said, be a person asking that's a dumbass question to ask somebody because, like I said, anybody could tell you anything. Yeah, I do this, and yeah, I got this. I'm this type of person. Yeah, you can think that about yourself. That's how I talk about nice guys, and they're always like, "Yeah, I'm such a nice guy. You know, I'm a nice guy. No one ever wants to give me a chance. Are you really a nice guy? You have to keep convincing us. I don't think you're a nice guy. You're getting pissed off because people don't treat you like the nice guy you're supposed to. Nice guys don't need to tell you that. So I don't know. I don't like that question in general, whether it's coming from a woman or a man. Like, I feel like women can ask that question and men can ask that question, but I just don't see the point.
Listen, I feel you. I shout out to Jasmine in the chat. Jasmine said asking what people bring to the table is basically like asking for an explanation of what your character traits. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of way I look at it. Like, you know, kind of. I mean, okay, I don't want to go too far in. Let's go, Naomi. Let's get it.
Well, yeah, I feel like, yeah, her analogy was kind of fucked up, and I get what she was saying though for sure. Like, I wouldn't want a nigga to ask me that, and I feel like it was more like geared to the niggas who be on Twitter, like these new age niggas on Twitter. You know, the niggas who don't really want to pay for dates, like they're so like they're like, what do you bring to the table? So like, what shows you deserve to be taken out? Like, show me
Let's
more.
go.
Like, so I feel
Don't
like
just say that. No, I'm just playing. But really,
no, but literally, I feel like that shit is for them because take somebody on a date, like, and if you just can't afford to take a pretty girl on a date, like, or if you're not interested in enough in a person to like want to get to know them, like, just take that leap to see if you like them or not. Like, if you don't want to do that shit, then just don't do that shit. Like, I don't know what to tell these niggas. So I feel like, yeah, no. By the end, when she said that niggas just need to do the work, like have some discernment, like don't just be going after just looks and then like be like this bitch did this, that, and this. Like, nigga, know if you should actually be taking this girl out, like, and don't just be thinking like, oh, I would love to fuck her. Like, if that's the it, like, so I don't know.
I feel that. I feel like they definitely just kind of like are going with whatever and whoever, you know, they able to kind of, most people, not saying all men for sure, but a lot of men, especially Twitter niggas, you know, are definitely on some shit where it's just like, yeah, well, and you know, now I feel like I have to ask this question because I didn't dealt with a bunch of bum ass bitches. Like, I'm sorry, but that's your fault. Like, that don't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you getting so worked up about. Like, these bitches they don't bring nothing to the table. No, the ones you have dealt with don't bring shit to the table. And that's on you, baby. Like, you can definitely learn from your mistakes, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's what dating is. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily making a bunch of mistakes, but you're learning what you like. You're learning how to like to figure people out, to kind of figure out what you want and you know what works for you. And like Nate said, I feel like some people, and like the girl on the video said, like some people don't want to do that work. They just want someone to just tell it all right then and there. But again, like they could tell you anything. I can paint a perfect picture for you, but until you really experience it for yourself, you're not gonna know. Like, you're gonna have to experience it anyway. Then now you mad because you asked the question of what she brings to the table, and she not following up with that. That's like, you might as well just do it yourself and figured it out for yourself.
Okay, I want to let Lionel go, but can I push back just a little bit?
Come on.
To your point, if you've asked to the point you're making, if you've asked what she brings to the table, somebody has laid some things out. I think what that potentially could give you is something to go back and say, hey, you told me you brought A, B, C, and D. Over the last 3 months, I ain't seeing that.
See, no, look, and she hit the nail on the head when she said that shit felt like a job interview. Cause you got me fucked up, okay? Like, I was high as fuck that day. I don't know what the fuck I told you. Talking about I ain't met this, and that. Nigga. Like,
I'm just saying though, but like at least it gives you something specific because that's something that you're saying. I'm not asking you that. I'm not telling you I need you to do this, this, and this. You told me you bring these things to the table. I'm now taking a look and I'm saying, yo, I ain't really seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And now we can have that. Maybe we can have that conversation about maybe why I'm not seeing it. Maybe
have a conversation with yourself about why you can't see through people. Like, why you can't see, like, and then like, cause like Mo said, anybody could tell you anything. Like, so what do you like? You need to peep that shit, see for yourself, feel it for yourself, have some intuition for yourself.
Exactly. Shout out to my dude.
Is this bitch using you? Is she using you? Are you getting used? Are you being blinded by some pussy right now?
Whoa.
You gotta ask yourself these questions, man.
I agree with my dude in the chat. He said, what do you bring to the table is asking if we rock with each other, what will we benefit? How can we build? I agree with that.
I understand the question for sure, but it's just like, fuck.
Regardless, you're gonna have to find out either way. So just find out. Like, I think
No,
that's
for real. Because if you see me and you see like just off top, you're gonna motherfucking see that I got my own place. I got my own car. Nigga, I'm a mother. I'm taking care of business. I got a job. I got a business. Nigga, I'm out here podcasting. Okay, like so you're gonna see that
Oh,
shit already. Okay, so like what is looking like to you? Like already just from that, I don't feel like it has to be a whole, I don't know.
Yeah, and honestly, to your point, Roy, were you saying like, oh, you know, personally for me, if I were to even ask that question in the beginning, let's say hypothetically, I'm asking that question,
right.
I'm not gonna come back to you and say, hey, like what you're doing isn't matching up. Like I don't got time for that. Like if it's not matching up, I'm gone. Like that's it. Because you obviously are not someone I can put
Hey,
trust
Courtney.
into and believe and go by, you know, the things that you say. Like, so I'm not even gonna try to have a conversation about it because what you're gonna do again is paint a picture like you did in the beginning. So I'm not even gonna have that conversation. Like, if you're not matching up to what you're talking about, like majority of the time, I'm just gonna fall back and be done. Like, I don't have time for that. And that's on me. You know what I'm saying? That's on me to make that decision for myself. But stressing yourself out, trying to figure these things out, and you know, oh well, I'm going back and forth. And I feel like that question, that's whenever that question is discussed on a timeline or something, a lot of times it's like a somewhat of like a bitterness behind it. Like, you know, it's always like, oh, you know, these women, they don't bring nothing to the table, and da, da, da. Like, and that's kind of the tone of the conversation. I feel like usually is that people are upset because you know they just didn't match up to what it was. But I mean, it happens and it's okay. Like, but you have to take that upon yourself to do better the next time. Like,
No, literally, learn from your mistakes.
on both sides, I feel like some people go into the situations doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. Like, you have to switch shit up sometimes. And that's okay. Like, because maybe the problem isn't them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me not taking the action or like the notice of what it is and what it is for what it is. So like I can't be mad at anybody but myself. So just take that L and keep it moving.
Okay. Let's go, Lionel. Let's go, Lionel. The young lady said in the video, she said that if you ask somebody what you bring it to the table, if you ask a young lady that, then basically what you're doing is you're putting on a job interview. And she also let's not forget one thing she said. She said that men, in her opinion, men ask that question because they basically do not have enough at their own table, and so they missing stuff at their table. So they looking for you to help them out at their table. I don't know. She was all over the place with me.
Yeah.
But what say you, Lionel?
I'm not mad at that. I feel like it's mature. Like it's just a part of a mature like dating experience for like in my head, in my heart. Like have I like ever asked that personally? No, but I just see that as like you would. It's not bad to like want to know what you're like, you know, getting invested in. Like because relationships a lot of time and energy. And so it's not just like, oh, just live through it and you'll see like that's wild. Like that's a wild card. You okay, we'll just like see whatever the fuck I'm dealt. Versus like you can definitely ask them like sensible questions. Maybe like to present it like that is like kind of there's an undertone there, but to say like, you know, what are some of the things you value? And like shit like that, like just to get to the bottom of some shit, because otherwise you would just be existing and then you learn quickly like what the fuck. Once like you get to that phase of that honeymoon, you're like, what the fuck? This is how you're coming? Oh, this is how you move? Oh, okay. Versus like having had this conversation and like just potentially getting some truth and some honesty out of the person before having to experience some bullshit that got you like peace. So I feel like it's not a terrible question. I mean, maybe I could see how like that might offend you in the way it's like presented. Like, what are you trying to say? But ultimately, a good conversation. Like, have a little cocktail together or a couple shots, and like, let's talk about it. That's a good conversation.
No, and I feel that, Courtney, and I also felt what Stan said. And Stan said only hoes ask what they can bring to the table because they be compare and contrast. And that's basically what the girl was saying too about the niggas.
No, it's not comparing and contrasting. Like
no, and I understand,
it's
but I
about
guess it depends
life. Like
how
if
early you're
dating for,
asking this
if you're
question.
dating to actually share life with somebody, like life is not just a
Whoa.
you just like I mean it's not
Whoa.
just like based on a feeling. Let me combine with you. Like at the end of the day, like there's things that need to be like established, understood, and known. Like they needs to be spoken to. Like you don't just like
And like, that's
slip
with
into
so
sharing
much
a life.
energy coming into it. Cause I'm thinking like, okay,
No,
because
look at
when are you asking this question in the beginning? Like, don't like that's just so much energy to come out with. Like, and that's a lot.
no, I think it's
But
necessary. And then looking at like just looking at all the fucking people
like before you just ask like basic questions.
like when there's
Like
the
before
first
you
thing,
ask like basic questions, because I'm thinking like, okay, even if
of
you're
course
just
there's the
dating this
organization.
person and you're getting to know them, you'll see if you like certain things about them. And like you don't have to come out and be like, what all do you bring to the table?
You don't have to come out and say that, but at some point that can be a part of a mature like dating experience for sure. Just like you can say that, you can also say and like, what are some of your weaknesses? Yes, that's crazy because I was just about to say that. But like, what are some of the things about you that like you're working on right now? Like facts. It's like for real. I'm not just gonna be throwing myself out here in these streets and just figure it out and all this experience it. No, 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 no.
Why though? Because that's what you're gonna do anyway. You're gonna do that anyway, whether you ask the question or not. I feel like if you ask me the question of just like what do you bring to the table, a question like that, personally, in my opinion, and in my dating experiences, something like that, you're trying to set an expectation for yourself. And I've learned that trying to set expectations for people before you really know these people, you're setting yourself up for disappointment majority of the time. So I don't know, personally for me, I don't go into things with expectations of people. Like I'm not expecting you to move how I move. I'm not expecting you to think how I think. And even asking a question like that, I'm trying to set an expectation to how I think you're gonna be. And then boom, if it doesn't add up to that, now it's just leading to, oh damn, like wow, you not really doing this. And you like I really don't believe in setting any type of expectations in the
Which I
dating.
hear that and I agree to that, like especially like expectations in people. But I see this like more so just because like I'm here to avoid certain experiences, and like so like I have expectations of just like certain experiences, but not like people. But like to avoid certain type of shit, like I need to know like are you more of a fun like relaxed person? Like do you bring like free spirit to the table? Like, are you more of a lax person? Like is that how you're coming, or like are you more like uptight and like structured and like everything needs to be organized? Like that's something I would need to know for sure at some point within the thing. I mean, of course, you
So
could like experience that and figure it out, but I feel like that's more of a friction. That would be more friction, more like
I don't
angst.
know if y'all touched on this point while I was gone, but to me, when I hear that question, to me, it's more of a factor of like maybe financially or like what can you provide for me, as in like stability or, certain things like that. And majority of the time, I would say, especially in our generation, these women nowadays be wanting shit from niggas. Like they want to know if they got bread. They want to know if they're gonna spend a bag on them. Then it's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. So I feel like some men feel like they might need to ask a bitch that, because a lot of these women just want materialistic things, or they just want things that maybe that man can't provide. And I feel like it can be a valid question. Maybe not that context. I feel like that's a very cliche question to ask. Like, what do you bring to the table? But get in depth to more of like, okay, what can you provide for me, or what can you do for me if we were to be intimate, or if we were to be in a relationship, or just things of that nature. Because to me it's all like surface stuff, like what do you bring to the table. I don't think it's like deep internal of like a real relationship, like getting into shit. Because like Mo said, you can say, oh, you bringing this, you do this. Like a nigga can talk, a bitch can talk, but at the end of the day, like what are you really gonna do when you're fucking with that person at the end of the day? Like, so I feel like that video, I didn't like how she described any of it, because it was, to me, it was like way off. But I feel like it can be a valid question, and just trying to like pick people out that aren't trying to fuck with you just for the things that you have. Like, because I know bitches, they be trying to leech off a nigga. Like, they just think, oh, this nigga supposed to pay all my bills. This nigga supposed to do this. He supposed to get my hair done. Like, I know you'll be seeing them bitches on Twitter they're like, damn, like, bitches just don't date anymore. They just want to know if he finna spend that bag.
But I feel like that's a certain type of girls. For how many girls it's like that? I feel like it's girls out here that still
that
got
aren't like that.
the fucking own, and like
I feel like all of us women on this panel, we not them type of bitches.
no,
But
literally.
a lot of
these
bitches
niggas
that
will get caught up with bitches who are. So I just feel like
they do.
it go both
And
ways.
it
Like,
plays
what are
both
you
parts.
really looking for though? Like,
You
what
never
are
know.
you really looking
Y'all
for?
could just be working right now and know what y'all got to do just because you like are not dating somebody or like you're single and you have to. So you can't just look at the situation and like be like, oh, okay, no, she's independent. Because as soon as y'all get together, you'll be like, oh shit, wait, like I thought you were independent. So it's like you can't
That's
always
true
just
too.
look at some shit and be like, okay, this is what it is. Like, no, I need to know. How do you feel about like, yeah, like when this comes to it, like let's talk about it. And that's okay.
Allow me to play another video. This is another young lady giving her perspective on the same question. But this is another young lady. She gets to the shit. Shout out to her. I'm not mad. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me bring.
Nothing. We're not bringing nothing to relationships. For centuries, decades, we've seen our grandmothers, our mothers, our great aunts give everything and get nothing. So for the first time in history, we're saying no. You don't get a free incubator. You don't get a free maid. You don't get a free chef. We're saying no, and y'all losing y'all fucking mind. No, ma'am. And then y'all calling me a feminist. If you know me, you know, like I still want Susan B. Anthony here. So that's not even the thing. Y'all just need a label to put on somebody who's telling y'all no. We said step y'all pussy up and y'all made podcasts. That don't seem weird to you.
There you go. That young lady said she ain't bringing shit to the table. She said that she out here and shit. You gonna leave it or love it. She ain't bringing nothing, nigga. Good luck. You want me, nigga? This is what you get.
No, but I feel like that is also a valid truth that we have to talk about too. Like men didn't let black women down too. Like, and that really kind of brought us to this point. So I feel like it just got to be a change on both sides. Cause like Bree said, girl, it do be women out here just looking at niggas for what they can provide for them too. But it's also like women will provide and they'll still get fucked over. They will be the bitch that's doing all the shit and then no love, no loyalty. But that also like what comes down to discernment on both sides. Who are you giving this energy to? Are you really aligning with somebody who's on that same shit?
Yeah.
Who can answer your ass when you say what you bringing to the table? She just answering your ass straight up. But then what you gonna do with it?
Speak to Jasmine's point, because I think this is basically what all of y'all have kind of said. She said, like, you're supposed to find out what someone brings to the table. People lie all day, so you have to see actions, right? I feel that. But to Lionel's point, and I'm with Lionel on this. Listen, bro, at a certain age, I ain't got that kind of time to be wasting fucking around with you. You can just like let me know right now, like what type of shit you into, what you're not gonna do. Okay.
I'm not even real. You worry about the wrong
Right.
things.
Hey, I'm lying. I feel like it's one of two things. It's whether either someone's just gonna lie and tell you what you want to hear, which is gonna happen a lot of the time, or two, you're gonna be dealing with someone that could potentially not be as self-aware as yourself and may think certain things about themselves because it's not so this and it's not so that. I don't think it's this, it's not really that, you know, but in your perspective, it's like, that's not really matching up. Everyone has their own perspective to how people, you know, for what you're expecting versus what they're giving you. So they may think that they're giving you that, but you've seen it in a whole different way.
That's what I'm saying, though. Now we can go back and have this conversation of like, yo, when you said this, and this, I was thinking this, right? And then now you can correct me and say, oh, no. I'm just saying, for me, I feel like it gives us at least some parameters to talk about if we're gonna have that conversation. Because if I'm just trying to figure this shit out, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be wrong.
I would be out of here so fast if I was living to me and like in my head, like, okay, no, I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, this is not adding up.
No, and I feel like I would definitely have time to see this shit before I even have to ask the question, like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, especially because I would feel like, because I understand asking that question, like, when you are looking for some long-term shit.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
thinking like, damn, just a few dates in, like you do not even have to be
no, we're not saying this in
one.
terms of time, like, but in sense of like that's still a valid question, but not in the sense of like this needs to happen by month 6 or anything like that. But period, it's important. It's a valid question. Like, I mean, what are we dating for? That's like the pre-question then, because like, what are we even here for? If we just here to just like see what happens, then whatever, right, fine. But like, if you're really trying to establish something, then like that's a lot to like to combine his fucking lives. So like, I need to
People
know.
be doing that, like be
Like I got to know.
actually wanting to go into relationships.
Can I say something to that point?
Let's go, Mo.
I personally don't like when people, when it comes to dating and like, trying to, I guess you're potentially trying to find someone to like build with and grow with. I really don't like when people say, I don't have time for this, because ultimately it's going to take time regardless. Everything is going to take time when it comes to relationship. If you care about yourself in the way that you want to like have something good, deal with someone who is matching your energy, it's going to take time to learn those things. We've talked about it before, where we talk about how someone gives you the representative, someone gives you that person that they want you, they want you to like me. I want you to fuck with me. So I'm gonna do the things, whatever. But once you get comfortable, then that shit is gonna, it can change. And I feel like that happens a lot more than it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's the type of world that we live in, where people just, do shit to get to their benefit of what is coming out of this. So I personally, like, for me, I understand what people say when they say I don't have time for that. I get that. But at the same time, it's like I hate hearing that, because I'm like, you have to have time. Like, that's, if you want something real, you want something worthy of like your own time, you're gonna have to really take time to figure it out. Like,
But I think what you're saying is valid, but I'm just saying, like, who is that with that?
Not coming for whoever's in the background.
No, it's like you can avoid certain experiences. That's the whole point. It's like avoid certain experiences. Like I got time, of course.
No, but hold on, you keep saying that.
I'm out of time for certain shit, like for certain things. Like, and that's just like what you realize through like life. And like, I'm not here to experience that shit. Like, nope, no time for it.
Yeah,
so, like, going forward, like I'm not gonna just sit around. Like this is probably something I need to know. Like, are you loyal? Like, first of all, are you like controlling? Like, what are you bringing in this bitch? Like, that's a great question. Like, and then like it definitely would take somebody self-aware. I'm not assuming that you about to sit up here and lie and make some shit up and pull out the sky, because that's a whole nother conversation.
But
like I'm definitely like assuming that like you are like coming like from a self-aware place, just like me. Like I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like I get really big and expressive and passionate and intense, like facts. But like that's a real conversation, because not everybody will want to even be in that sort of space, but they would need to know something like that. And likewise, there's a lot of shit that I wouldn't want to deal with, but I would need to know so we can talk about it like mature adults who are dating. And like,
But I think that ties back into the point I made about expectations, because like you said, you're like, I don't expect you to lie. I don't expect you to, why would you do this? And like, that's why I just said, like, why not? Like, why? I don't know. You can't always give people the benefit of the doubt at the end of the day. Like, I personally go into situations where I just to be like, it could be this or it could be this. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of ready for either one. And yes, we are the type of people that we are. And yes, we look for people that are, on the same level, but it's not as easy to find people like that all the time. So I guess I kind of always have a little like thing in my mind where I'm just like, okay, well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see. I'm not going to get my hopes up that this is what it really is, because at the end of the day, you're going to show me and it's always going to come out, but that expectation that people move like you and think like you, and it's just, that's what I say leads you to disappointment at the end of the day, or just wasted time, because you get to a point where you're like, oh, I was expecting this from you and you didn't give me that. And it's like, you kind of also have to have the expectation that this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay. And it's not saying that I'm second guessing you as a person. It's nothing personal to you, but it's just that I know that not everyone is honest and not everyone is able to, be more self-aware about certain things. So, if it does turn out the other way, I kind of expected that too. And that's cool, whatever. But I'm not gonna for that, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, like all these dudes be doing now. Like, okay, that happens, and that's okay. That's how you move in. Okay, well, let me move on and see how the next might be moving. You know.
Let me ask this to the conversation. Let me know what y'all think. I feel like if someone was to ask that question comes from a place of I don't want to say power, but I can't think of another better word. I just feel like if you're asking that question, then like to the point that Bree was making earlier, you're probably somebody who at least financially is doing pretty good. And so now you want to see like, okay, I'm holding down this financial ish. What are you bringing? You know what I'm saying? Like, there you exactly. You know
Look, baby Z said, I got something to say.
Baby said amen, right? I'm saying like from the that's the way I feel about that question. Is like somebody is saying like, yeah, here's what I'm doing, right? I'm holding all this down. What I need to know now from you, if I'm doing this, what exactly are you bringing besides a pretty face and a coochie bone?
Not a coochie bone.
A coochie bone that need to be popped. Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that you can ask that question if you like don't got a job. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't got a job, you can't be asking somebody, so what you bring to I feel like you ask what you bring to the table if you
when you got shit at the table.
Yeah, when you are in a solid position and you like you said, Bree, if you are pushing your shit into the table, like, yo, this is what I bring into the table.
The response I'm looking for is I am the table. And I was like,
let's go. Let's go.
And then you're gonna be like, well, all right, we're gonna see. We're gonna prove it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know. I personally stay away from that shit in general. Like I'm just find out for myself. And I really feel like a lot of times
let me give you a scenario, Mo. I'm with you. But if you meet a guy or the guy that you're dating comes into some money, whatever the fuck happens, right? But the person that you're dealing with financially is good in these streets, right? It's super good financially, right? And they can do a lot of shit financially. That's like, you know, a lot of the shit people are looking for is like that stability. And he's wanting to know now, like, yo, I'm like money wise, you good. You ain't gonna want for shit. We good. But I'm trying to figure out, like, you know what I'm saying, to this equation, what is that you bring? Is that are you saying like that's not even a fair question for him to ask? I think that's a valid question. Maybe not in that way, but I think that like that's something that he might want to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I feel like it's fair. I think at a certain level, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, don't get it fucked up. If you working at 7-Eleven, you can't be out here talking like trying to, you know.
Definitely get the financial aspect to it, but for me, it's more like I'm considering like real like shit like this, like loyalty and like how do you feel about like in a situation like are you cool to just like okay, I'm in a moment, whatever, I'm tempted, I'll just go for it. Or do you like not? Or are you like more committed? Like shit like that. And also like support in terms of like how do you support? Are you willing to support? How far does your like shit go? How far are you willing to? And then also just like I like I said, freedom is really important to me. Like so freedom. Like what is your perspective on just life living with a partner? Like that's like my concept of like what do you bring in this bitch? Because like otherwise you're gonna have some wild experiences that you could have prevented yourself from and prevented from each other.
Let me introduce this word. Before you go, bro, I'm gonna introduce this word and I'm gonna fall back. I'm finna get another beer because I'm out almost. What if a dude he wants y'all to bring? You ready? This is the word that every woman gets mad about, especially women of color, black women. What if a man say, "What I want you to bring to the table is submissiveness"?
I don't think you ask a woman that. I think that kind of, you know, just happens with, you know, the type of nigga you are. Like,
yo, this is what I'm looking for.
I don't know. I was gonna say before you said that, I feel like 9 times out of 10, when you're asking somebody what do you bring to the table, no one's gonna tell you their red flags and, you know, be like, oh, I don't have this or I'm not like this and I get angry when this happens. So I feel like it's kind of all just like a front and kind of just like a barrier before you really get to know a person. But to what you're saying, I don't I don't know what men are asking women. Like, can you be submissive to me? Because I will slap a nigga if he was to ever ask me that. Like, just off of meeting him off rip.
But you know, a lot of women ask off rip, like, are you a provider? How do you feel about like this, that? So I mean,
I've
like,
never asked a man
I've
that.
never
I,
asked
me
a
I've
man.
seen
personally, I
so
ain't never
many
asked a
like.
nigga.
That's why I feel
Can
like
you
it's more. I
provide?
feel like
Can
this is more
you?
mature like talk because I've seen this like on dating shows with like more mature like style, like more mature people,
That's
like
reality
older
TV.
people.
I'm like a dating show
And
though.
that happens all the time. Aside from the dating shows I've seen, you can look on Twitter and bitches just saying like, "I'm not dating somebody that does not doing this or does not have this." Like it's just the reality. Like, oh, he ain't got this, or he's not thinking like, or he's not breaking bread there, or he's not doing
But
that.
that's cap. But guess
That's
what they doing?
natural.
It is
They
a lot
letting
of
niggas
cap because I'm
they
like,
letting
where?
niggas fuck that don't got this and don't got that behind the scenes, but they want to they want a this up front. But you letting niggas fuck that probably been in the same jaws for 2
They
days.
just need their coochie bone pop. That don't really mean nothing. They just trying to get
Pussy
that.
pop might not be through the front door. You might come through the back door, but that's not the front door.
Yeah, I mean, like niggas with money fuck ratchets all the time. They ain't trying to be with the ratchets.
Because I feel like they need to find each other. That's just like how JC is so vocal and like he's like, this is what I'm thinking, what I want. Like that would save a lot of people from a certain type of experience. Just like they may be attracted to him, but like when they have that conversation, realize, oh shit, this is not like
I
this
would leave.
I'm looking for. And like then you just save each other's fucking time. Like when y'all realize this, like I'm not actually coming like that. That's not how I'm coming.
Let's just save each other's time.
I'm like,
no, I
but
like
it's
you.
just
Cool.
like I don't know. I guess I haven't had my time wasted yet before because I'm just like I don't get what the big deal.
I'm just saying,
But
your
I'm
20s
also
still.
very like I know. So like any nigga, I feel like I know what the fuck I'm getting into with any man that I'm dealing with, and that's just how it's gonna go.
There you
And
go.
I'm like, certain experiences. I'm like,
because Naomi be asking
But like
niggas, what's
certain
your
experiences, like what? Because I'm thinking all experiences are just that they're experiences. So that means it's good.
of shit that I wouldn't want, like shit that I don't like, anything that I don't like.
Anything like sad or hurtful.
Naomi be cheating.
Because like
Naomi,
because
Naomi,
I'm
you
just
be
like
cheating. Because Naomi
you keep saying that, and I feel like that's just too much. Cause for you not to like control, I feel like that's giving very like control.
Nah, man.
No,
Naomi,
we don't have today. That's the thing. But it's just like I would want. It would just have to make sense. It would have to be a match because like coming in, if you
But
can
I guess
recognize that
are
you're
just
more like,
looking for a
if you can if you can recognize coming in as a person that you're more structured, organized. I can come in and say like, and I'm extremely spontaneous. I'm like that sort of a person. Like I'm really free spirited, and like you might be like attracted to that and looking for that, even being controlled and like organized. But nonetheless, that's something to know because it would just be like clashing potentially for these two different archetypes to try it just based on attraction and like it's like.
but what I'm saying though, like you already know, Naomi finna get a nigga birthday. She finna get a nigga. She finna read this nigga's whole chart. So she cheating already.
No, barely.
She finna get a niggas all this nigga shit. When was you born?
Barely. It takes time. It takes time to warm a black man up to give out his fucking birth time and shit. Okay, look, you start asking too many questions. If you ask a black man,
that nigga gotta go ask his mama. That nigga don't know.
No.
He gotta go. Let me go ask my mama. That nigga don't.
No, but I had definitely like check your birth certificate. Like, please.
You think niggas got their birth? How many niggas got their actual birth certificate?
I had
I'm
one,
like,
and he had his birth certificate.
My mama still got mine, so.
You see,
like, it was April.
But I want to.
No, but I'm like, shit. See, that's what I need. Okay, that's what are we fucking talking about? That would be one of my things. Are you grown enough to have your birth certificate, nigga? Nigga, where your birth certificate at?
You have your necessary document.
Are you what are you bringing to the table, nigga? Can you get a passport, nigga? Like, where is your birth certificate? Your ass gonna be scrambling.
Yeah,
he got to go to his mama's storage.
You gonna find that out? Damn.
No, I swear that'll let you know how grown a nigga is right there.
Oh man, hold on. So if a nigga got to ask his mama for his birth certificate, that's a red flag.
That's out of line. At this age, I'm definitely have that. Look, I got a whole child. I got my son.
Mom got that shit locked up. That whole is safe. Okay, that whole is safer with her than it is with me at this point in time. So I'm gonna let her Go ahead and keep that.
There you go, Mo.
Personally, that ain't no red flag for me because I'm gonna be like, I get that because I'm
Mo like shit. I ain't got mine either, nigga.
Hey,
Young ass, youngin.
I do want to speak on the shit about the submissive question
Let's go, Mo.
because personally, for me, in my experience,
You down with y'all?
anyone who asks or speaks on being submissive being a requirement, that has been a red flag in my past. You know what I'm saying? So like you're telling me no matter what it is, no matter who you are, what you bring, what you can do, whatever it is that you are for me, you need me to be submissive. And I feel like when it comes to women, as far as my case goes, and you know others as well, but I'm going to be submissive to the right one. Like, it's not going to be something that I have to really think about. I don't have to think about being submissive. I'm going to choose that in certain ways because that's what I want with you because you are that person for me. So, you know, with relationships and real shit, like comes compromise. There's going to be times where I do need to submit. There's going to be times where I need you to lead. And if you are a man that is a leader, then yes, then okay, I'm going to let you lead and I'm going to submit to you. But I think requiring that no matter who you are and whatever, like to me that's a red flag because you could be ain't shit as fuck, and that's usually the ones I feel like are the ones that require submissiveness. You know what I'm saying? The toxic ones are the ones like, no, you need to submit to me because I'm this, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really that man? Are you the guy that is worthy of me to submit to? Because you're asking a whole other human being, a whole other grown ass adult to submit to you, but why should I? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that. I don't like that statement. I don't if a man tells me that, I'm gone. Like I'm leaving and I'm not gonna be sticking around for what else, you know, you got going on because that's already a requirement. If you a real man and you really, you know, whatever we have our shit together, we have our bond and we have our you know things about us where it's like you know because not every relationship is the same. There are some things that you know men take the role of what people think that women should be doing, and women take the role that you know they think that men should be doing. That's okay, you know that's fine. But it's like to just be whoever you are, you require you to submit. The fuck? I'm sorry, but no.
Let me ask the lady a question.
Brie, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Y'all can't hear me?
Okay.
Can
No,
y'all hear
my
me?
mic was muted.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Bree.
I was asking like what is y'all's definition to what does submissive mean to y'all? Like
Okay, so I feel like submissive is just, you know, I'm with that traditional shit. Okay, I definitely feel like a man should like lead the household and like be the provider and the protector. I feel like that's a man's duty. Like that's just evident looking at human beings. Like this nigga's the stronger one. And it takes both of us to go on. So I feel like it goes hand in hand, but I feel like as long as the love and respect is there on both sides, I feel like that's what it truly comes down to, and that shit will naturally occur. And so like what Mo was saying, how the men who are like crazy about it, like they just bring it up, like if they were just to say like, hey, you would have to submit to me, like you would have to be down with this and that. Like if they were to come out saying that, yes, that's definitely a red flag. But for him to think like, okay, as being a man, like a woman, I see myself being the leader, or you know, like if he was to vocalize that, okay, I can understand that shit.
And I want to,
but are you gonna follow through with the rest of it though? You
and
can't just like follow that
Mm-hmm.
that one thing, but you're giving nothing.
I'm gonna go by what was talked about last week's show when I wasn't here because I did watch a little bit of the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? And I got that clip about you know what Roy was saying. You know, sometimes what did you say, Roy? You said something about
It's
it's better to be you know in love than to be right.
Yeah.
And I feel like when someone requires submissiveness, like I think, or submission, when someone requires that, what that in a sense as a woman is telling me that you're not willing to submit to me in ways that may be necessary in our relationship. Now, we can submit to each other. I think that's a healthy balance. Like when it comes to being with someone else. Now, there are people who are okay with just submitting and, letting you take, the reins, and you got it, that's fine. I'm gonna submit to you on whatever you want to do. But for someone like myself, I'm going to want to submit to you because in other ways, you are willing to do the same for me. But when someone is just like, no, like you have to be submissive, that tells me that you're not open to being submissive yourself. And that for me is a problem because it's like, okay, like you want these certain things of me to be able to just go whatever you say, but not everybody's right in the way that they want to do things. Not everybody is right in the way that the relationship should be and where certain roles are to be played. Like there's certain things that a woman can definitely bring, that she has her strengths that she can lead in certain situations and certain aspects of life where it's like, are you willing to submit to me? And that's why I think for me, when a man is like, I require that, that's why it's a red flag for me. Because you're telling me that you don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not doing that shit. You need to be the one submitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, but damn, like it's okay to submit to your woman too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like to your point from last week's show, Roy, like that I'd rather be in love than to be right. Sometimes that in a sense that is submitting because you're not fighting the fact that I'm right. I'm not gonna fight it like that. I'm gonna go ahead and submit a little bit because this is the person I'm in love with and I want to be with, and that's what a relationship takes. And I think that's the fault in someone just going forward with saying that to me. That's a very toxic trait to just say like, my partner needs to be submissive and that's it. Like, oh, okay. I mean, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be dealing with someone, and that's usually the type of people who, are in those types of situations that are, maybe a little more of a doormat. They're the type that you can just get run over. And I mean, personally, for me, I'm not that type of person. So that's why it's a red flag. And if you tell a man that it requires something like that, in my experience, like I said, I'm going based off of my experience, that is a problem for you to be able to just think for yourself. You're not trying to do anything I'm talking about, or whatever. Like, okay, now we got problems. And that's, I don't know. I do not like that. That's
Don't
not
get
okay.
it twisted. I already know that it's a lot of shit that my wife do way better than me. So listen. I always say with me and my wife, we are a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like. I
That's
don't.
how it should always be.
Yeah, we a straight partnership because I know it's some shit that she does better than me. So I ain't even gonna fight her on that shit. Like, yo, you gotta go holler at her about that. Like my wife was in the military. I wasn't in the military. So it's certain shit that I'm gonna be like, yo, you gotta go holler at her, nigga. She know about all that, I shoot my gun sideways. You know that real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on some nigga shit with my guns. So
I'm weird.
nah, I'm just saying though, but like the reason I brung up that shit though is because like I think that when we're talking about this, I think sometimes we start like tiptoeing around like what people are really saying, right? So Lionel has a perspective, right? That like it's more of a what did you say, Lionel? Like more of a you say like more of a spiritual thing? I forgot what you said. My bad. I don't want to misquote you when we were talking about like the whole you don't want to waste your time.
I feel like it's more mature.
There you
Like,
go.
I feel like that's more of a mature thing. Yeah.
And I'm with you on that, right? Because I think, and this is what I was trying to say to Naomi. I think that like once you get to a certain age, I don't know what that age is. It's maybe different for everybody else, but you get to a certain point to where you're like, yo, I need to know what the fuck you into because I'm 37, I'm 35, I'm 36, I'm 34, and I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? Like I got you to do. If you ain't into this, like let me know because like I've been, on my own for 20 years. And if you ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
No, and I'm like, and that's just screaming out of alignment. Like, okay, it's time. Like if you're just like that,
for some people though, like you gotta figure out who you line up with. Like, and to most points,
somebody is not necessarily in alignment. Like you could be alone, like because that's totally my perspective. Like, I could be alone because that's how I've always been since the beginning of time. Like I'm not just out here fucking with you because I think you're hot or like that's never gonna happen because like I don't just date like that. Like I'm really out here like looking for my life partner, which I found, and this bitch like, but I was serious about it and intentional. So like, yeah, otherwise I'll just be doing my own thing. Like I'm so good with like my own life and just like the way it is. Like it would have to be like boom, perfect.
Yeah, and I guess some people could look at it like that shit. Like I'm looking for my life partner. It would definitely be more like logical to do that. But I'm like, no, I'm looking for love. Like where that shit hit me, that's where that shit hit me. Like, look, because I'm definitely look, I'm a Venus child all the way. Okay, so like it's gonna have
And
to.
that's fair. That's the life that you lead. That's beautiful.
No, for real. So I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything's out of alignment. That's a very far reach to set and stretch for.
No, but that was something else. I don't remember what exactly I was making that point to.
Like I'll
But
say
not
this.
just that, but he said alone for 20 years, like, and you're just still looking, like you're having all this stress looking for
Is it
this,
stress?
feeling like you don't have any time. Like, what do you mean you don't have any time? Like what? Like
Okay, go ahead. My bad. I'm
you're
sorry.
you're good. Like everything's gonna happen when it happens, when it's supposed to happen. Like when that shit is in alignment, if you know you're gonna be blessed with good shit and you know that you want this partnership and you know that you're at a space where you can receive and give this partnership level, then I feel like that shit's gonna happen and you don't gotta worry about the time.
Yeah, but see, not everybody is operating on that frequency that you're talking
Exactly.
about. You know?
Yeah, like you come
So
across,
that's why it's like, so
and you
that's
can
why
be
you can't
given
even
all the love
find
in the
anybody.
world, but like it might not be received as like you can be given all the love. Like I'm ready to love. I'm here. I'm giving myself. I want this, and then like come across somebody that's on some fuck shit still, or just like immature and like playing childish. And so like it's to avoid certain experiences. It's like that's like my perspective on it simply. Like which is why I'm only even in this shit for the sake of I literally can fuck with you forever, and that's great.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna be fucking with you if I can't fuck with you forever. Like I'm not doing that, and that's ground point zero. Like yeah. Otherwise, it's truly like to the gulag. Otherwise, because like I'm not doing this shit for the sake of yes to the goo.
But
Like
what if it was
I'm not
so
doing this shit for
fun?
the sake of
What if it
like
was
30
so fun?
minutes or 6 months.
But what if that's so like fun.
I mean, that's half a year.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's
So, I
half.
mean, like, I said that like really lightly. Like I'm not doing this. Like I'm doing it for a lifetime.
I
Like
mean,
I'm
you know,
really,
time is fate, but I'm like to be fucking
Yeah.
with somebody. You know, like when I was having niggas and shit, I definitely knew them niggas for years. Like, and that
yeah,
shit.
exactly as it should, because like what are we doing this for then? Just to like be like, I mean, but I get
I
it.
mean, but I've been young this whole time, so I don't know what it's like to like, I don't know, like just
Yeah. No,
I don't know, be lonely, I guess, like, or like, just like.
But nah, I don't categorize it as lonely necessarily,
No,
right?
but I feel like I guess like once you're at 37 or you're in your 30s and like I don't know. So like definitely like the maturity thing when you fit. I don't know.
I feel like at
Yes,
that
it's not.
But
No,
it's just like
people are 50 when they're in these streets. Like it's not about a number. Like, cause I've been this way since the beginning of time. Like I've never just been like one to just
that's
date.
crazy. You were that cerebral about it.
No,
'Cause
seriously.
we were so young.
And then some people just be like 60 and they just not like they don't care. And they're in the
look,
street.
there go Megan Good. Megan Good is in her 40s.
Right, she's older than me.
Miss Good is nasty. You did? She got
She's
older.
good.
She trying to let niggas know it's popping out there. Don't get
She
it.
put a word shirt before meeting the pastor, so the pastor could know for a fact how he's coming.
Oh, right. Oh, nigga. I know she gonna I know that the next nigga to have sex with Megan Good gonna talk shit about that pastor. I know I would. I ain't gonna lie.
Like during sex.
Oh, during sex. Oh, that pastor wouldn't give me this shit. Oh, I'm gonna talk crazy. I don't get it fucked up. I'm gonna talk crazy. Shout out to Megan Good. I
My
would
goodness
talk
is free. Okay, she is free now.
Oh, I would talk reckless. Oh yeah, this some of that sinner dick. Here you go.
That's wild, Roy.
That is
You really want, ain't it, girl?
yeah, that's what you want. She getting back to her good old lifestyle, which I mean I'm happy for her. She deserves to be
I
free.
really love that for her. I mean, I feel like maybe at
For
this
freedom.
not the freedom.
Yeah.
No, for real though, like dead
For real.
ass. Yeah, like for real. That is literally where she's at right now.
Whoa, girl. You been
I
on
mean,
that
I
nigga
feel that. I feel that in the industry because I've had experience. I have experiences where, like, you know, I definitely tried to like, just kind of tone down certain things about myself, or like, you know, oh, I can definitely like kind of match this person. You know, when it comes to Gemini shit, we're very adaptable in situations, so it's like we definitely want to like be that person for our partner. And, you know, we try to convince ourselves in certain situations, maybe, you know, not everybody, but convince ourselves that, you know, this is what I want. This is what I want. So this is who I can be, you know. And now that, you know, probably through that time, you know, it was just like, I lied. That's not really what I wanted, you know. And that's okay. Now she's free and she's ready to see what's out there. And she said, look, this is really who I am. And I know that now. And I think that's what we're seeing.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see in like a year.
I'm not I'm not mad at Megan at all. Miss Good. That might matter. I'm not gonna call her Megan no more. Miss Good, if because I am nasty. So shout out to Miss shout out to Miss Good. I'm not mad at her at all. But no, I'm just okay. So getting back to the shit, what do you bring to the table? Okay. So individually, if we had to ask ourselves, if we're checking ourselves, right? And we saying, yo, I'm looking for a relationship now. I'm in a space where I'm looking for something. What is it that I think I'm bringing to the table? What would you say, Mo? If you just had to, like, if you're taking self-inventory and you're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody. What is it I think that, like, you know, like a motherfucker might want to fuck with me?
Okay, to the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like at this point in my life, simply because I've been independent for a while, you know what I'm saying, definitely on my own shit, I think I definitely bring the type of energy that it's like, I definitely do what I need to do. You know, I handle my shit, I handle my business no matter what. So that will never be different. I really don't think that would be something that would ever change. Whether it's us together, you know, if it's something that we need to handle together, okay, I'm gonna handle my part, I'm gonna do my part. So I'm always feel like I'm gonna do my part in any type of situation because that's just how it's always been for me. And not only that, but I am a very like I feel like I'm a considerate person. I really feel like, you know, I'm understanding and open and definitely someone who you can really just like trust and like put type of certain like, you know, trust into. So I really feel like I can be that type of person for someone where it's like, you know, you good with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna have that sense of security where it's like, yeah, like it's good here. And I know that this is what it is. I definitely don't feel like I talk out of my ass when it comes to who I know I am because I feel like my self-awareness over the years has definitely grown. Like I've become extremely self-aware of myself and my flaws and things that, you know, like I definitely will put that on the forefront. Like I know what it is at this point. So those are the types of things, I guess, just to name a few. That's what I feel like.
There you go. There you go. It sounds like you're very supportive.
Yes.
There you go. Hey, this nigga been smoking Marlboros.
I'm sorry. No, it's just goddamn tobacco. Y'all know I don't do this shit. It's paper gang over here. Okay. This tobacco.
So besides weed, besides weed, if you had to
look, because I'm about to say, look, I can roll anything, okay? Like I can roll up like what you want. You want a wood? You want a paper?
Hey, don't get it fucked up. I got the homeboys where that is a very attractive trait. Don't get
no facts. I'm like, I like to party. Like if you one of the niggas who will go out, because I feel like that's something that's important to me. I don't think I could ever have a partner who didn't drink or smoke. I guess if they like to go out, if they could still like handle going out. But me myself, if I didn't drink or smoke, I couldn't go
only out. Smokes if a woman rolled it up. He don't fuck with niggas rolling this shit up. But anyway, go ahead.
I'm like, he gonna be smoking all day then. Still, that's not gonna be cutting nothing.
So if you were taking a self-evaluation, Naomi, what would you think? Like, yo, what am I bringing to this motherfucker, man?
I feel like I'm bringing some good shit, you know. Go to nostringspod.com because I feel like I can ice the nigga out, okay? You fuck with me, you get to get iced out, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, I got the business. No, and yes, period. nostringspod.com.
Let's go.
I'm out here putting a little gold on your wrist, okay? Cause I ice somebody out, okay? But yeah, no, like I feel like I have my own car, have my own home. Like I can take care of a home. Like I'm a grown woman at this point. So I'm out here. I got a fully functional house. Okay. Like, nigga, anything you need to get out your mama house. You know how your mama house got everything, nigga? Yes, it's everything at my house.
It's
So
everything.
I feel like I'm really grown. I feel like I make pretty babies. I'm a good mother.
Hold on, time
Okay.
out.
No, it's a proven fact. Don't make me bring my son up on here, okay?
Hold
That's
on.
my son. He finna light up the whole
You
screen.
only made one baby. I don't know if that's a big enough sample size.
No, I'm already knowing. Okay. I'm like, my family got good genes too. Facts. Like, I ain't got none of them weak shits. I ain't got no allergies or asthma. You know, nigga, you're not like I ain't got no weak genes. Period.
Your people from Mississippi, where they from? Where they from?
I got good hair. Huh?
Is your people from Mississippi? Where they
My
from?
people from Arkansas.
Okay, that's close
Natural
enough.
state, period. But yeah, so I'm definitely feeling like, you know, I'm out there. I'm like, I may have a little bit of commitment issues, but hey, who doesn't? I'm like, that's the one thing against me. I'm like, but I feel like I'm a good catch. I be looking good as fuck.
A major red flag.
I be looking good as fuck though.
But if you do commit though, you rolling all the blunts and the baby's gonna be
no.
beautiful.
But if I do commit for sure, like no, I'm like I'm looking for a man who ready to like get some land, okay, and get a house. Like nigga, we want to grow off grid. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like I need divine king energy only though. No fucking mark ass niggas, no peons neither. Okay.
So if you are a doomsday prepper, Naomi might fuck with you.
No, for real. I'm like, look, because we gotta literally, nigga. I need a nigga that's. I was actually just saying this on Twitter today. I was saying, I need a nigga who is like, whose crown chakra and whose third eye chakra is open. I feel like these niggas be like so in their lower chakras, like still just focus on
ass and
shit. No, like literally just bottom shit. Like just raise a little higher, king.
There you go. Okay, Lionel, talk to me, Lionel. If I know you with your lady. Shout out to the homie. Listen, she's a beautiful young lady. But if you were just to like self-reflect and say, "Yo, this is what I'm bringing," what would be those things that you would list off?
I'll just be like, it's a lot of great shit.
There you go. Talk that shit.
I mean, that's the bottom line. Like, I feel like I just bring ultimately greatness, like great energy, great like looks, great vibe, like great conversation, great meals, great experiences, great views, great looks. Like truly just like anything like thing that you would want is like my desire to provide. So like that's my thing in a partnership, in a relationship. Also bring like a great family. Like that's important to me too. Like you have like phenomenal support. Like you're supported down. Like I support your dreams and shit like that. Like I just bring a lot of loving, like nurturing vibes that are like what you need half the time. So yeah, it's like it would be like we would be just like talking. I feel like I bring a lot of great things, honestly. Yeah, that's just I'll say that.
Listen, it's important to self-evaluate, right? And say, listen, I'm looking for something. Here's what I'm bringing. Are y'all okay? Let me ask everybody. So everybody listed what kind of they feel like they're bringing. Are y'all looking for the same thing, or are y'all looking for something a little bit different than what y'all are bringing?
That's a good question.
Doesn't have to be like the same exact thing. I don't know.
I feel like because I'm like in my case it does. I feel like I'm looking for similarities within what I feel like I bring. Like if I like I said, like I'm a supportive person. I feel like I'm definitely, you know, the type of person that you can lean on. I feel like I'm dependable. I feel like I am a dependable person. So like I feel like I want that in a partner. Now at this point in my life, I'm looking for a man to not be afraid to lead. You know what I'm saying? Like that before, I'm looking for a man that's not afraid to lead, that is, you know, definitely ready to like, take the reins when he needs to, and probably majority of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at this point, like I got your love and support right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna back you up, So I think that's personally for me at this point, that's probably a major thing I'm looking for, or wanting in a partner.
You just need a nigga to take the reins. Let's go. I'm ready to rock. Let's roll.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
I'm just saying. I think I don't know, Naomi. The reason I bring it up is because sometimes people are looking for like they're looking for that shit to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like some of it can, but I feel like when it gets to, that's where kind of like the partnership comes in. Like,
yeah. The old saying is that opposites attract, though.
Psychology says that's not true. Sames are better.
I don't know.
Me and my wife are super fucking opposite.
I think it definitely.
Like to this day, like nigga, I've played basketball my whole life. I'm in my college's Hall of Fame for sports. To this day, my wife has never seen me play sports.
Really?
And we've known each other since I was 13 and she was 12. And she's never, and we grew up in the same neighborhood. Like she never came outside and see me play. Not in high school. Like she's never like she's cool on all that shit. She's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm good.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. They say you good. I don't know.
So she didn't play sports in high school. Dang.
My wife literally got an exemption to get out of it.
Dang, and it was
like very opposite when it comes to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd much rather like me. I love watching comedies. My wife, she loves dramas. She wants like drama. I hate dramas. Like I'm like nigga, like where's the fun? So nobody's gonna make any jokes. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the fucking things I do at a young age that I was bringing to the table. That like I'm not saying it's hard for me to be serious. But I've like since I was like a shorty, I always felt like life was too short to like always be to be overly serious. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a time and a place where you gotta be like, yo, shit gotta get done. Let's get serious. But like I ain't gonna lie, if you fucking with me, 95% of the time, nigga, I'm on some bullshit. I'm the nigga. Listen, my wife gets mad at me because I'm the motherfucker that like I will hide in a closet for 40 minutes. Just to like, cause I know you're gonna come down here at some point. I thought I heard you. I'm in here, so now I'm committed, and I'm in here until you come down them stairs just to fucking scare you. That's how committed I am. Like I'm that nigga, right? So like for me, like the serious part is the difficult part for me. So like for me, it was attractive to like my wife is way more serious than I am, cause somebody gotta take care of that shit. Cause me, I'm with
always be trying to get off with that shit.
Nah, I'm fine with doing it.
I like you are.
I am. I'm super fine with doing it, but like, I don't know, man. I just like living. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that shit, man. I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I don't think anybody ever asked the actual. I think if you ask the actual question, what do you bring to the table? I feel like that's corny. I don't think you should actually ask that question. Or maybe you should, depending on how long you've been talking to that person. But like, I think it's a way that you ask that. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you ask like, hey, theoretically, it relate. I don't even know like what date you do that on. But like, I think me personally, I think that you would want to know that probably sooner rather than later. At least what that person thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if Mo is doing all this supportive stuff and all of that, and I'm like, I'm kind of an individual. I don't really want a motherfucker like all in my like all that support is like over the top for me. Like, I'm not gonna know that now. You know what I'm saying? Like I might be like, I'm cool on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I might want a motherfucker that's just kind of just like play the background. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Everybody wants somebody different. You know what I'm saying? So, like me and Lionel want like trust me. I know Mo and Naomi do not like the same type of guy. So that's all I'm saying. So like y'all are gonna look for different traits in motherfuckers. So I think everything is relative, everything is on the table. You know what I'm saying? But I think that like when me personally as a man, I think when a man asks that question, me and Lionel may disagree. I think typically a man asking that question, what do you bring to the table? he's speaking from a place of financial stability. That's my personal opinion on that.
Yeah, no, I can feel where he's like, he does have money and he wants to be like, but what would a man be expecting a woman to say, like at that point? Like,
Maybe he wants.
What do men want women to say?
It could be a litany of things, right? So it could be what Mo talked about. It could be that he just wants somebody that's gonna be super supportive, right? He's making money. He just wants somebody that's gonna be super supportive. Or maybe he wants somebody that's gonna be like super into the home, right? He wants somebody to be like, yo, I don't even like that shit. I just like taking care of the house. Oh, that may be attractive to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think different men is gonna want different things. You know what I'm saying? Like depending on like what where they are in their mind. You know what I mean?
Like values, like that's why I just see it as like value. Like, what are some of the things you value? Like, do you like fitness? Is that one of the things? Like, do you like keep it fit? Do you keep it fly? Like, are you
I'm just like, damn.
are you a fun kind of a person? Or are you more of like a homebody? Like, are you out? Do you go outside? Like, seriously, like some of this shit I just need to know. I mean, which that's just upon like in the hypothetical situation. I'm just like meeting someone and like I just so happen to ask you out and like on this date and like just getting some of your values over time, I guess. Like just because that's valid. It's really interesting to know too. And like then it will save you time from like having to find out, oh shit, you actually never want to go out. This is kind of exhausting.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. And now you're looking at me crazy because I enjoy going out and like it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work now. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy being out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy chilling. So you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think that's an important question, man. What do you?
It's a good conversation, like over over either drink or like food.
I think you gotta be in a mature space. You know what I'm saying? To like have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, so like, what do you think you bring to the table in a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's a rude question. You know what I'm saying? Let's recap the young man.
They're gonna be like, well, I'm about $30,000 in debt.
I'm like,
but I didn't finish college. But I am working on it. Like, what if they hit you with some real shit?
I mean, like,
and I feel like there's plenty of like
how you get money.
Plenty of help for you if you really want to, like, you want to take someone seriously and you want to get to know them on a different level, but you may not know how to like go about asking certain questions or just having certain conversations. I actually recently, and I posted about this recently, it's not that deep. I guess certain questions are definitely deep. I posted about a game that I found at the store that's like a card game for couples, and it's called Let's Get Deep, and they have different levels of cards.
Hold on, what is it called?
Let's Get Deep.
Pause. Let's go.
There's different levels of the cards. So there's a stack of icebreaker cards, there's a stack of deep cards, and then there's a stack of deeper cards. So go back and forth and just ask each other, like pull cards from different stacks, and it definitely sparks conversation. Definitely, brings up certain things that you may want to know about your partner or someone that you're actually trying to, get to know a little bit better on a deeper level, understand where your mind is at and what you think about, because it's like there's just a whole bunch of different shit that it covers, a ton of fucking cards. So if you need something like that, you can even get shit online. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely ways if you're struggling to get there. Like you can kind of figure it out together. I found that to be a pretty cool game. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty chill. Like you can just have some drinks, chill, and like, play some music, have a little night or something like that, and just really get to know one another. And like,
that's a dope ass game, like doing that, right? Like, but
I liked it.
We've talked about it a lot tonight. How honest are they gonna be?
Right. That's assuming that they're gonna be an honest person.
Assuming that they'll be honest. For sure.
You dig? Because listen, I like my pussy like I'm being vulgar now. We already past 11 o'clock or past 10 o'clock. I like my vagina like I like my cars. I don't like a lot of owners on my cars, like 1 or 2 owners at most. That's how I like my vagina. I don't like high mileage vagina. So if that's a question, Then now we gotta have a conversation. Now, it's a lot of high mileage on this now. So some dudes like high mileage. They don't mind. Like me, I like low mileage vagina. Personally, I'm just saying I like low mileage vagina because if you if I take you to the chiropractor, right, and he popped your coochie bone, I needed to have a louse. I don't want a dull pop. I don't want your coochie. No, I needed to have a pop. There you go. There we go. There we go.
What the?
Oh
Why is it too easy?
Oh. What were you waiting for? Oh. Ooh.
okay, she orgasmed. Okay, she rubbed her shit. Look at her. She rubbed her shit like, oh shit. Hold on now. Okay, let me put up Jasmine's comment real quick. I want to put up Jasmine. She said, I would like it more detailed. Like, are you financially stable, or how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the essence of the question, though, right? Is that like, because like again, I don't know what that age is. It's different for everybody else, but you want to know like where's this person at in life? You know what I'm saying? Like if you've achieved or gotten to a certain point in life, you want to figure out what this person is. I'm not saying just because if they're not where you are, you're not considering them a mate, but you may just want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, here's where I am in life. Okay, boom, I got this. I've accumulated this, and this. Okay, this person is here. I'll be upfront with you. I have talked to several men, even in 2022. Unfortunately, the men that I've talked to have said, and we're gonna have a show about this probably in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm trying to confirm some guys for this particular show. Pause. But the conversation of men, even in 2022, if a woman makes more money than them, it's difficult on the male ego. If a woman is making more money than a man, personally, listen, I can't wait to be a kept man. Don't get it fucked up. I've been working way too long. I can't wait for one of my wife's books to take off. I've been waiting on that shit now for fucking 8 years, 10 years. I can't wait for one of these motherfuckers to get picked up. But for some men still, for them, they feel like they can't fully be a man, right? If like their lady makes more money than them.
You just need to let that go.
Hold on, say that.
You just need to let that go. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of dudes out there that feel that way.
It'll be like that sometimes. Otherwise, just like naturally say, "Oh wow, this is a little healthy competition. Let me get my money up."
But can I explain why they said that though, Lionel?
Huh?
The dudes that I spoke with, I made sure that they all date black women. So I wanted to have a controlled part of the experiment. The control was they all date black women, right? That was the controlled part. And 7 out of 10 of these men said the reason they feel like that is because, in their opinion, a black woman making more money than you is not going to allow you to still be a man the way that they wanted to be a man, that sounds fucked up. They felt like, yo, if a black woman makes more than me, I can't be a man the way I want to be a man in this house because she's gonna say something with your broke ass.
So you need to drop it. You can still.
It doesn't have to be with your broke ass. Because I feel like it's a lot of shit. Like when you just think about like how the world do black men. So
But
like I feel like in some cases shit can be understandable.
But I'm talking about when shit is going down. I'm talking about when y'all are upset. I'm talking about in the heat of the moment. That's what I'm talking about. These guys that I spoke with, they say that black women tend to like dig deep when like shit is in the heat of the moment. They won't keep it surface. They're like, well, I'm just mad at you because of what you did. No, now you a broke ass nigga. This is my house, nigga. I pay the bills, all that shit.
Okay, but what were you doing? Okay, don't be trying to flip it on the woman like she was tripping and your ass out here cheating. Like, bitch, if I make more money than you, okay, like you go, like, what are you doing? Hold on. Like,
So if you make more money than a nigga, how dare he cheat?
no, cause like, what the fuck?
Like, nigga, I make more money than you.
I'm working hard. Like, I'm working hard. And what are you doing, Tyrone? This what you've been doing all day,
That's that wrong, bitch.
Jody ass nigga. Like, what the fuck? I'm out here working and you like.
And you fucking bitches.
Lord Jesus. So no. So like at that point, if that's what you on, if that's what you on, okay, you just gonna have to be a broke ass nigga. Okay. You a broke ass nigga.
Oh. You see? This is how the experiment came about.
Nah, but I ain't never like, I don't know. Like I'm just starting to get to like the older ages where like, I don't know. I guess I care about like, I guess like niggas have to have like real jobs now. I'm like, I don't even like I don't know black men that are just like going the normal route with shit. So I don't know. I feel like the circumstances are just definitely different. And that's why I feel like it depends on the person you're fucking with. Like if you want somebody to fuck with you for genuinely being you and like supporting you so you can make it happen. Because sometimes like you need that. So I feel like it can be okay, but I think it would definitely have to depend on the partner. Because I could definitely see some black women flipping that shit around and like wanting to be in control. Like definitely. Like women, they do be wanting to like be that top dog, really. So I can see it going both ways.
I'm just reported as they told it to me. You dig? I don't fucking know, man. You know what I'm saying? My nigga, the baby said they don't know. Shout out to the baby.
Oh my gosh.
Or shout out to the baby. Here goes though. Let me play this. I'm gonna play this. This is one of the most gangster endings to a video on YouTube in the history of YouTube. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I'm not gonna play the video. I'm not gonna show the video. I'm just gonna play the ending. Hold on.
Going to hell, Shonda, because you're a hoe. You going to fucking hell for being a hoe.
Oh, that's one of the most gangster endings of all time. That nigga said you are going to hell for being a hoe. That nigga.
What is that from?
The backstory is he caught his wife cheating. He caught his wife cheating on like an app, a social media app. That nigga said you are going to hell for being a hoe. God damn. He condemned you to hell?
No, like he really did her. That's crazy. No, like she needs to do some uncrossing. I wonder like where she's at now.
That nigga said you are going to hell for being a hoe.
So, excuse me, God, is that you?
And he said her whole, hold on, let me bring it back. That nigga said her whole name. That nigga said, no, you going to hell for being a hoe.
Going to hell, Shonda. What? You're a hoe. You going to fucking hell for being a hoe.
She crying.
Oh, she's crying.
No, look
at that nigga said you are going to hell for being a hoe. Lord have mercy. You going to don't go to hell for being a hoe. And who is he? On whose authority, nigga, are you sending her to hell?
No, look, because in that case,
how many others? Curse somebody. Then, like, if you curse somebody, you're going to hell too. In that case,
let's go, Lionel.
Hey, that's crazy. You need to just let it go and let her go.
Let's talk about this before we get up out of fucking here for tonight. What do we think about Michael Blackston? Michael Blackston, the comedian, African, he put up a post about. Did y'all see his post about Martin Luther King? A lot of ADOS, a lot of foundational Black Americans took offense to this post. Michael Blackston put up a post on Martin Luther King Day that said the following: I don't mean to start no shit, but I heard that Martin Luther King had a white side chick. Is that true?
I heard that shit too.
He said, I'm just a bitch ass nigga from a village. Please let me know. Right. A lot of ADOS, a lot of foundational Black Americans was like, hey, nigga, chill the fuck out, bro. Like, even if he did or if he didn't, nigga, like, shut the fuck up, hold that shit down.
Like, what's the point in that?
Right.
But that's not really off brand. He was fighting for inclusion.
I
mean, but anyway, what's the point? Like, what are you talking about?
Lionel, you saying so? Lionel saying that's integration.
I mean, but nonetheless, like, so beside the point.
Nigga, it's just integration, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But niggas was winning at his head. Cat Williams called that nigga a coon ass nigga. Niggas really winning at his head though on that shit.
Just because it's so pointless, it's really, especially like around his like that, like that's an interesting take.
For his
like,
holiday, right? For his holiday, he fucked a white woman. Like, oh, come on, bro. Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Like his wife is not still like living, surviving, like out here holding him down. Like it's just also pointless.
I said with that nigga Michael Blackston, it was some, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, my people. Oh, my cousin just texted me, told me that nigga said he's in Japan. Damn. Okay.
Shout out to
yeah, this nigga said I'm in Japan. Shit. Okay. That nigga, shout out to Courtney, fighting for inclusion. Y'all are crazy as hell, and I'm not gonna let y'all do this. Hey, let me say this. Let me sit this down. Next week is gonna be a very, very special show for me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just hoping I can get through it. It's gonna be the 2-year unfortunate passing of the late great Kobe Bean Bryant, my personal hero. Yeah, next week's show is gonna be on the exact day of his passing. So, like, I was trying to prepare myself this week. Like, damn, am I gonna do a show? Like, god damn, that's my guy. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I was fighting for Kobe when motherfuckers hated Kobe. Like, people like Kobe, like, over the last, like, 3-4 years of his career. I was fucking with Kobe when the whole world hated this nigga. When they were calling that nigga. Like, I got a homeboy, like, when I used to shoot in high school, and I used to be like, Kobe, this is like, nigga, this is like 99, 2000. I'm yelling Kobe. And my niggas was saying I was riding secondhand dick. That nigga said, you riding secondhand dick because Kobe's riding Jordan's dick and you riding his dick. So you riding secondhand dick. I'm like, god damn, that's some cold shit. So, like, that's how I'll go back with my Kobe fandom, right? Like, Kobe was really my guy. So next week, man, 2 years, man, that shit goes so quick. 2 years. Like, I still remember the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the internet and Twitter was just playing, you know what I'm saying?
I remember actually that day Bree was, I think we had gotten out the night before, but she was here in my apartment and I was waiting for her to wake up because I seen shit talking about it. And I literally told her, like, when she got up, and I was like, bro, like, told her the news. She said, Kobe who? Like, right. She was like, not right. Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember this. So, damn, 2 years. And I think about this every time January rolls around. Like, this is something I think about. I'm damn.
Facts.
So,
like, we coming up on Kobe.
20, you know, that was kind of like the signal that
it was gonna be some bullshit.
There was gonna be some bullshit this year. Like, this year is about to go downhill, and it did. Like, 2020 was a fucked up last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi.
Yeah, Kobe and Gigi, man. Damn it, man. That shit is crazy. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. Shit, man, it's gonna be tough. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, damn, it's been 2 years. I mean, it's just a testament, man, to, like I tell everybody, man, the gift and the curse of life is that, like, shit keeps going. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what happens, man, the shit gonna keep spinning. We gonna keep fucking going. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard, but it's fair. You know what I'm saying? So, like, damn, like 2 years already. That shit seems like, damn, like to Mo's point, like, I remember, like, sitting I was in my bed. My sister hit me up, like, what happened to Kobe? I was like, nothing happened to Kobe. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What do you mean what happened to Kobe? Like, you know what I'm saying? And just being like, what? And I was just just literally being like, what the like this isn't real. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the internet is playing. Like, I remember like going to every site, like trying to like see like who's reporting it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's like this like for the new age, this is our JFK. You know what I'm saying? Like JF, like when John F. Kennedy got shot, like my old heads always tell me like they always like it's two things. My old heads talk about they knew where they were when they found out that Kennedy got shot. Me, I know where I was when 9/11 happened. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly. I know who called me. I know everything that happened for 9/11. You know what I'm saying? And I also, unfortunately, know exactly what happened for the Kobe thing. So, it's gonna be an interesting show next week, man. We're gonna definitely be here. We'll talk our talk. We thank everybody for rocking with us tonight, man. We had a great time tonight, man. Talking about the whole topic of what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? So it's a conversation that goes on and on, man. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. Hit us up in the podcast section of iTunes. We are over there as well. You can listen to the podcast section. It gets uploaded we do our live show on YouTube on Wednesdays. The podcast gets uploaded on Thursdays, so you can listen there if you want to listen to the audio. If you do subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell icon so you get notified when we can go live. And by all means, if you are subscribed to the YouTube, man, just go through that archive. Trust me, you can have a good time. I did it a week ago. Man, I was listening to some old stuff. It's so many good topics we touch on, so many different perspectives, so many guests that we've had over the years. And it's just a great show, man. I'm waiting for y'all to catch up because it really is a good show. I'm waiting for the masses to catch up to us, to where we are, man. So it's 2022, a new year. We just had the first full moon of 2022. What was that on Monday? Was it a Monday? Yeah, Monday on Martin Luther King Day here in the States. So it's a lot going on right now, man. Did y'all hear about this shit that China got going on where they got some new technology? We'll get into that next week. I'll hold it off for next week. I do want to talk about this though before we leave. This is the very last thing, because I forgot this last week. Did y'all see Brittany Renner and her knees on live?
Her knees or knees?
Her knees. Her knees. Hold on. Here we go.
My God. Get off your knees, ho. Yo. We was in it.
The aftermath.
My God. Get off your knees, ho. Yo. We was in it.
There you go. Them knees was black and blue, goddamn it. Shout out to her.
That
I don't know.
See.
She could have been dancing. I don't know what she was doing.
No,
She could have been dancing. I don't know what was going on. So Tierra said she lame for that. Hold on, Tierra.
I feel like she must have been fucking Edward. She was fucking a vampire.
Damn, for her knees to be like that.
To be all bruised up.
That's a very particular area, so I don't know how you were bruising them.
Like, I feel like she could have been on like some hardwood floors or some floors and have to been fucking wild on the floors. It couldn't have just been sucking dick.
It could have been. What time of the month was it for her? I don't know.
No, but I'm just like, how long? Like, no, it has to be more than that. Because there's no way those bruises are just gonna come from being on your knees. I don't know.
Listen.
And that's not like the inner parts of her knees, so that's weird.
Listen. Okay, Tierra said saying the inner part. Hold on. Are we saying the inner part? I don't know what that means. Listen, if you get on your knees, I feel like the inner part of your knees is the part that's gonna bruise.
If you on your knees, I feel like it's gonna be right there below the kneecap. That inner part is a little bit different. I don't know.
Though she got bad knees anyway. Listen, her knees is hella bruised up. That listen. So she was. So y'all hold on. So Naomi, you saying that she was fucking on the floor? Oh, Naomi gone. On all fours, she wasn't fucking on the floor like that on all fours. That I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. That's a lot. Shout out to her though. Listen, whoever the young man was, I'm sure he had a great time. It looks like a good time was had by all. Oh, she said, yeah, that's below. Tierra said that's below the kneecap. What does that mean, Tierra?
Like as a woman, you gonna know what part of your knees you're gonna be on if you really on your knees, whether you sucking dick or whether you getting hit from the back. And that's not a very like that's kind of off place of where that would be.
As a man, like, listen, maybe maybe I've gotten old and soft, but I wouldn't want you on your knees that long. I'd be like, hey, let's just get on the bed. Like, let's just get on the bed.
As a woman, I'm not gonna be on my knees if that shit hurting.
Yeah, like that seems like put a towel. I mean, put a pillow down or something.
I don't know. I feel like that's not from sex, personally. I feel like that's something else she had going on because it would be a very particular part of your knee if you was.
So you think that she getting some stripper money out here in these streets?
I don't know what it is. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck she does.
Play soccer. That's not a soccer injury. That's not like soccer. You don't get kicked in your knees in soccer.
Well,
nigga, if you got kicked in both your knees that goddamn hard, fuck soccer. I'd never play again.
I have definitely been kicked in a lot of odd places in soccer. So yeah, it can happen.
If your knees look like that after playing soccer, I would give up the sport. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Listen, I'm cool if your knees look like that. Shout out to her though. Whatever she was doing, she was definitely a trooper. She was there for all the bullshit. Shout out to Brittany. Brittany gonna stay in the goddamn blogs. Right. Sometimes your knee skin can roll around. Golly. Hold on. What she say? Somebody had it hit her. She hit herself with some. Listen, if she did that for the clout, she full of shit. Her knees is fucked up, and she laughing like a weirdo.
No, we was it at aftermath.
Oh my God! Get off your knees, ho!
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie though, on some cornball shit, I was drunk as fuck one time. This was a long time ago. And fucking some Genuine came to. I remember I like ran and like jumped on the floor and started doing some Genuine shit. The next day I woke up, my knees was fucking scabbed up like a mother. Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, nigga, you thought you was Genuine. I was like, oh shit. Genuine. Yeah, I was on some Genuine. Shout out to Genuine.
Carpet burns on the knees are the worst.
Yeah, that shit fucked up my goddamn knees. I was on some bullshit. All right, we're gonna get out of here for the night, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, goddamn. Next week for a very special episode. We're gonna definitely talk about Kobe. Man, we're gonna talk about a lot of shit, man. We're gonna talk about a lot of shit next week. It's gonna be a real show next week talking about life. Because we definitely gonna celebrate and represent for the 2-year passing of both Kobe, his daughters, and the rest of the passengers that were on that in that helicopter with him, man. We're gonna talk about that. And much more, man. Y'all know we talk about relationships and the culture every single Wednesday night. We thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight, man. We are out. No strings attached. We'll holler.